it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
This is a simple game. You throw the ball, you hit the ball, you catch the ball. You got it!
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily and Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily and Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
This is Shelby Davis, West Limestone head football coach, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good morning and welcome everyone to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat. I'm going to have to retire that word for long, you reckon? I don't know. Along one side, one Adam, 12 Dotson, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we are live here, Applebee's Tailgate Talk, on the river at Lucy's BARge. Cornhole for a cure going on this morning. We'll have Michelle Williamson on here in a little bit with instructions, just in case you're listening to this and go, man, I can play some pretty good cornhole. I wonder if they let me come in and register. The gut says, yes, they would. But we'll get the official notification on that here in just a little while. Man, I told Tim Lambert when we just got started, seeing the calm water this morning, the light breeze, it's cool. Makes me want to jump out a trot line, man. Whoo, have mercy, have mercy. We got a great show lined up for you today. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at area code 256-81 256-812-1TGT. That's area code 256-812-1848. Our call-in guests come in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And the special guest segment is sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. I am loving this table, Tim. We've got 2 tables lined up together, Adam, and I am just spread out like mayonnaise right here, just wide open. I got plenty of room for my notebook, plenty of room for my cues, and we're on the river, dude.
Yeah, it's great. I didn't even know this existed. I knew the river existed, but not that barge.
This is a hidden gem. Trust me. Come back down here in the summer, or once these side protectors here come up, and then it becomes it becomes one of the best places on the river.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
We're getting a very hefty aroma of fish, and I'm here for it.
I just now noticed it.
I'm here for it.
I smelled it yesterday before the storm started coming up. You get the smell off the river. You can tell rain's coming.
Yeah.
But I went over to my dad's and I said, man, it smells like we're out there on the river pulling in catfish off the trot line. So
yeah, I'm here for it. It's
I love it. Absolutely. My boats, I've had a boat for quite a while, but it's been circumstances in life has kept it. I've not been able to get it out. So
I've heard
next summer I'm planning on getting the boat out.
I've heard the best 2 days of your life is when you buy the boat and sell the boat.
That's maybe to some folks, but not to this old boy.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. You like your boat.
That's kind of what I hear about swimming pools too.
Yeah, probably so.
The thing about swimming pools is they're not cheap to maintain.
No, they're not. They're not cheap to get started either.
Get started or maintain. The electric bill on if you let your pump run 24/7, you're going to have a high electric bill. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
The idea of
it's only required 12 hours a day is all this, half the day, so you wouldn't have to let it run all the time.
Yeah, well, it's pure capitalism. Either you put in the labor to keep it clean or you pay the bill to keep it clean.
That's the truth. Or you let it grow up and then you've wasted a butt ton of money.
Yep.
So. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, we've got a great show starting today. Our main man, Jason Simpson. I wish he'd be down here. It'd be like cool. We'd be doing casting and catching on the river. That'd be awesome. But he'll be on the First National Bank hotline. Craig Stults with Cottontown United. If you ride up and down Forest Street, look over at the old middle school. See that big Cottontown United signs out there on the stadium? He'll talk to us today. Hey, looks like we're going to have the voice of the Trash Pandas, Mr. Josh Caray, online with us. The Trash Pandas playing some good baseball right now.
Yeah.
Chad McGehee, James Clemens, head football coach, he'll be joining us. We'll also have Michelle Williamson and Grayson Carter joining us here at the table for Cornhole for a Cure. Michelle's running the tournament. Grayson is with Carter. Grayson Carter and Sons are sponsoring the tournament, which also employed 2 of my brothers-in-law. So I'll try.
That's why they're coming to.
No.
Oh
no.
Those are not the ones that are coming.
No, they're not coming.
Oh. Okay.
No, they work for Grayson. Grayson comes out here a lot. I've seen him out here several times. So yeah, this is a great thing, great tournament, great cause. Say we get Michelle on here a little while, find out if they can have walk-ups for sign-ups or whatever. So we'll also have our mainstays, Freak Daddy Clay Coleman, voice of the Huntsville Havoc, and AP Steadham, Swami of the SEC. Did the Havoc play last night?
Yes, lost in overtime. They to
Birmingham?
Yes. At Birmingham, they were leading pretty much the whole game, and then Birmingham tied it up and went into overtime and got it.
Yeah.
So they're playing again tonight.
That's good.
In Huntsville.
All right. Wish we could take 2 of them in Huntsville, but we got to go back down to Birmingham to play.
Yeah. That's okay. We can win it at their place.
We can win it at their barn, as they call it. So looks like I've exhausted all I have to say. I'm going to toss it over here to producer extraordinaire for
Scores and more.
All righty, baseball playoffs started the last couple of days. Lindsay Lane and Athens advanced back on Thursday, so they're going to be in round 2 coming up this next weekend. Last night, or yesterday afternoon, West Limestone swept Jacksonville 4-1 in both games. So they advanced to round 2. Hubbardsville beat ABS 13-11 in game 1, but the Trojans came back strong in game 2, 14-1. So their game 3 will be played today. Ardmore defeated John Carroll 10-8, and then game 2 was suspended in the 5th inning with John Carroll leading 1-0. So they're going to finish that game today, and then, I guess depending on what happens, maybe play a game 3 later today too. Now, James Clemens, they will play their round 1 game at Spain Park on Friday. So 7A, had this week off and get started this weekend. Soccer from last night. West Limestone boys beat Haleyville 1-0.
All right.
The Haleyville girls beat West Limestone 1-0. And the East Limestone girls tied up Huntsville 0-0.
Oh, I bet that was exciting.
Yeah.
They're playing good soccer.
Yeah.
Go up 2 classifications.
You said East Limestone. Oh, East Limestone playing.
They played Huntsville.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. My bad.
Right after they beat Decatur. I'm pretty sure they beat Decatur a few nights ago.
I think it was. As far as rankings go, baseball, James Clemens is still at number 8. And these are the final baseball rankings. Lindsay Lane is 7th in 2A. Final softball rankings, Athens is 2nd in 6A. Elkmont is 9th in 3A. ABS is 9th in 1A. And then soccer rankings, Tanner boys are still at number 1 in 1A to 3A. Elkmont boys are 6th, and Clements girls are 5th. And the East Limestone girls jump back up to number 1 in 5A.
Awesome.
So,
Maybe this will be the year for Tanner. They've come close in the past.
Yeah, I would love to see it. I mean, they got some dudes.
Yeah.
And Tim, why did it bother you so much that Tanner's number 1?
No,
you said that with like a long sigh.
Yeah, that was a deceptive sigh. It was like, here we go.
They're still there.
They're still there. And I mean, I'm glad they're still there.
Good.
So, no, I'm not disappointed at all. And talking about maybe it's a year for them. Maybe it's a year for East Limestone because they came really close last year.
They did.
Yeah, they sure did. And who they lost to in the title game, they're up in 6A now. So.
Oh, okay. I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, and they split up 4A and 5A. So the route is there for them to get there, no doubt.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I am saying there's a high chance. I'm saying there's a very significant chance.
Not more than 1 in a million.
Definitely not. I would say 1,000,000 to 1.
You're saying there's
if that's
a
better.
That's
I don't know
good.
gambling.
I don't know either. If I just want to give my money away, I just walk down there and throw it away. I mean, there's no sense in me trying to gamble. I've never done it.
Yeah,
never been successful in it.
The one time I went to Vegas, I tried it, and it just was terrible.
Yeah, I'd rather go to shows if I go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Go see Wayne Newton.
Last time I went to Vegas with Debbie's first cousin, her husband, and they went to see Donnie and Marie.
Oh, okay.
So I got to hang out with me and John. Got to hang out. I thought
with
about
Donnie
calling
and Marie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Another location.
Oh, okay.
There was a dwarf that run an Irish bar. That's something
I've never heard that sentence before.
But it's true. Got my picture with him.
Yeah.
And I messed up and was like, got on my knees to get the picture. He's like, "Don't do that. Stand up."
Right.
Yeah. So I messed up on that. So
yeah.
Didn't mean to insult the band.
Right. No. Yeah. It was good intentions.
It was good intentions.
So next week, the plans are to be at Cars and Bikes on the Square.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering if he's going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Yeah.
And upcoming guest, we'll have Griffin Pritchard. He's from the Alabama State Games, and he's going to make a trip up here to be with us here.
He's been on here before, hasn't he?
No, not him. We've had 2 different people from the State Games.
Yes.
Back when they were up in Huntsville. They're taking place in Birmingham this time around.
Stop the presses, ladies and gentlemen. They are raising the sides here at the BARge. This means the day is going to be wonderful. It's a little cool, but the sides are being raised, and that is Miss Tammy Waddell over there working her tail off trying to get these sides raised out here. And not those 2 guys. They don't count. They're just extra labor.
They're supervisors.
If it wasn't for Tammy, nothing would be going. Tammy and
I heard that's more significant than Groundhog's Day. That it's the start of summer.
Exactly. Tammy and Michelle. Yeah, they're the 2 here. So.
But anyway, that's Scores and More, brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Hey, the special guest segment is also sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. I'm sorry if I pause and just look around. It is absolutely gorgeous down here on this river.
Right.
It feels like spring's around the corner and need to be jumping out trot line. Sorry, guys, keep bringing it up. There's a lot of childhood memories in that. Catch a lot of catfish there. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Dakota McNair from West Limestone High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Enjoy all the smiles and none of the slowdowns with a gig from Ardmore Telephone Company. Get 1 gig now for only $89.90 a month when you sign up or upgrade today. Work from home, learn online, game and stream with no buffering. You'll be grinning from ear to ear with a gig. Call 800-830-9946 now to get your gig life started. That's 800-830-9946.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is UAH Women's Basketball Coach Andrea Lemon, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, old Tomcat, alongside one Adam 12 Dotson, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and our main man, the Swami of the SEC, is joining us. Mr. AP Steadham on the day of the Alabama A-Day game. How are you doing, AP?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
How's the week been, bud?
Yeah, good. Just getting ready for the NFL draft coming up in Kansas City.
Is that this weekend?
It'll be next weekend.
Next weekend.
I'll be traveling there, so they give us an opportunity to interview their 17 prospects there.
Okay.
So you'll have some from the SEC and from around the country. 3 from Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky. So that's the primary ones from the SEC.
I know
there's only 3 schools, I guess, represented. Yeah.
Bryce and Will be the 2. What's the third one from Alabama?
Brian Branch.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Then you have Carter from Georgia, Will Levis from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anthony be there as well. That'd be interesting. He's the wild card. Him and Will Levis of Kentucky and Anthony Richardson, wild card. But anyhow, I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to Kansas City. I want to go to the College Basketball Hall of Fame and then the Negro Museum of Baseball.
Yes, sir.
Try to go to those and some barbecue.
That's on
the agenda.
That Negro League Museum of Baseball is on my bucket list. I would love to get done.
Right, gonna do those things.
Yes,
so it's always exciting. But hey, it's A-Day. Alabama's A-Day game is today. So try to watch some of that. And they're still having that quarterback battle and defensive. The defensive backs and defensive line. So they got some openings, offensive line. So it's interesting. And the receiver, the junior college receiver.
Okay.
Number 11. See if he looks like a Jameis Williams type. Fast, and give him that deep threat, open up the the middle for people.
Yeah, and AP, I guess the question I have for you is, a lot of people get hung up on these A-Day games and, the offense looked bad, the defense looked bad, but they're playing each other. So, I mean, what exactly can someone get out of an A-Day game that's actually valuable?
Right. I'm looking at the speed. So if the receivers catch the football, you're looking for the runners, what type of moves they have. Are they powerful? Are they running over people, around people, through people? Is the left tackle blocking that, the best rusher on the other team? The quarterback's precise with their throws. The kicker's making field goals.
Yeah.
They're not getting rushed, right? You're not getting rushed usually. How does some of the linebackers move? Are they in the right gaps? Are they making tackles? How's the secondary? Are they fast? Are they staying with the receivers? I mean, there's a lot of things you can gather from an A-Day game. Not if the offense is good or the defense is good. I don't think so.
Will Reichert's back this year for his last year, correct? Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, yeah, he's back. Yeah, so those are some of the things I'm looking at. Just the size and speed and the movement of players. Like, for instance, that receiver from junior college. I want to watch him run.
Right. And, you brought up the NFL draft, and, it's that time of year, a week before the draft, where all these things start popping up. Oh, this guy did this guy did this. This is why you should draft him. And the perfect example is that processing test where Bryce scored like 98 out of 99 and C.J. Stroud scored like 18 out of 99. So what do you make of that? Do you think it's obviously going to affect where people get drafted, but you think there's a lot of value there?
Well, I think there's some value. I mean, I would say Bryce is a very smart football player. When you watch him operate, he can make plays when there's disruption in the backfield. And then he throws to the right receivers, I would say, most of the time. So there's some things you can, garner from those types of tests. But I'm watching the film. I'm looking at the film. What did you do when you had the ball? Were you productive as a receiver? Did you catch the football? Were you an offensive lineman? Did you block, make your assignment? As a quarterback, did you throw it to the right receiver? Did you have the touch on it, the accuracy? Did you have poise in the pocket? I mean, I'm looking at the tape primarily. But, yeah, you're learning some things about those tests, I guess. In other words, is Ohio State, is that a complex passing system, or was he looking at just a couple of receivers and making the decision, or was it more than that? So that's what you're trying to formulate in your mind as a unit, as a scouting unit. So we take this quarterback, and here are the reasons. Here are the reasons that we think we shouldn't take him. So that's all an individual choice and preference.
Yeah, and, C.J. Stroud obviously has the height advantage, and this is obviously that time of the year where height just magically pops up as the most important thing for quarterbacks. Do you see that? Do you see that being a factor this final week, maybe influencing the Panthers' decision?
Yeah, I think it's a factor for if somebody makes it a priority. I mean, you can't change Bryce's height.
Right.
No. You can't say, we're going to get Bryce and he's going to grow.
Right.
It just doesn't happen. I mean, you have to have that preference, or that has to be one of your criteria. We want a quarterback that's a certain height, and we just won't draft anybody who's shorter than 6'2", let's say. But that's a preference.
Yeah, I just feel like there's always a point in this draft process where people decide to care about height magically, and then someone just shoots up the draft board. And we haven't seen that yet with the Panthers. They seem pretty committed to Bryce just from stuff I've read.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's chosen first, and Will Anderson would end up as well, Will Anderson Jr. And then the quarterbacks, the two wild cards I mentioned, Florida, Kentucky. I think that's big question marks for people in this draft particularly, and the choice of Bryce and C.J. Stroud. Where will they will land? What is the choice for the team at the top?
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember if it's Kuiper or McGehee, but one of them has a love affair with Will Levis, and the other one has a love affair with Anthony Richardson. What do you make of those two? What do you make of those two prospects? Because they're very good players, obviously. Yeah.
Will Levis. I know Will personally and his family, and Will had made some great throws. Big, strong arm, tall, 6'3", 230 about. But last year, I think it was 47 sacks total for Kentucky. And then, for instance, their opponents had 20. That'll give you an indication of the pressure that was on the quarterback position. Yeah. He had some young receivers with talent, but they didn't help him out all the time. They dropped the ball quite a bit.
Right.
So you want to see him on a pro team where he's getting some blocking. Will made some bad throws. I mean, no question. When you watched him, Anthony Richardson, what did he have? 400 yards against Tennessee. Then other games, 150. I saw him at the Manning Passing Academy, both of them actually. And the question about his arm, strong, very strong, throw it out of the stadium. But we don't call many plays to throw it out of the stadium.
No.
Right.
so accuracy is really important, and processing the information for Anthony Richardson. Maybe he didn't have the right quarterback coach down there. I don't know. I mean, Dan Mullen was down, a pretty good quarterback coach, right?
Right.
So, I mean, you're thinking to yourself, well, Dan had him, and this is the product. He didn't have him every year, but this is the result. So if you think you have a quarterback, maybe you don't need one right away. He can sit on the bench for a while. But most quarterbacks, they put him in there and let him play. They make mistakes. I mean, years ago, sit on the bench for a couple years. Not so when you're paying somebody big money and he's trying to be the face of the franchise.
Yeah, I feel like being called a quarterback guru is the worst thing that can happen in your career.
Yeah.
I think the only one who's an excuse would maybe be Kyle Shanahan.
Right. Jimbo Fisher, quarterback guru,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. He's got another offensive guru coming in there, Bobby Petrino. But Will Levis and Anthony Richardson, those are preferred tastes, I believe. That's how I would describe them as quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think they're more the potential is obviously there, but they're more, I guess, projects or potential picks, I guess is how you put it.
Yeah, and we all saw that when you're on a team and your receivers aren't as good as your college team, like Tua Tagovailoa, you might struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or your offensive line, it's not as good as That's especially with the Panthers. Worry about with Bronx.
And Will Levis has been through all those things. Receivers aren't as good, and offensive line for certain, wasn't there. And then he made some bad throws himself. But Will, good talent. Could be. I've seen worse quarterbacks be winners. Let me tell you that.
Yes,
no doubt,
definitely,
no doubt. And I really like Will Levis for one reason, and because he started talking trash to the Florida fans after he beat them this past season, and was like pointing at them and doing the kind of the Trae Young shiver thing. I've liked him since then.
Yeah, no, I like Will personally. I know him. Like I say, I've met his family and everything, and I just think he's a strong personality, and you need somebody you can deflect all the ire of the fans towards your quarterback, and he'll take it. He'll take it for the whole team on the road.
Yep.
Absolutely. And talk a little bit about maybe surprise dark horse pick that could maybe shock some people in this draft.
Yeah, dark horse pick. Let me see. What about the lineman from Georgia? Great talent, right? But I'm not sure every day, every play. Carter. I mean, you like him, right? He's big, powerful, strong. You watch him and say, man, I don't know if we got two guys that can block him. But then sometimes he said, I can block him.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that about him. So, surprise, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where he falls in the draft because he's definitely talented. But those kind of guys, they scare me. When I'm giving all my money to somebody.
Right.
I mean, like I always use the two examples for me. Julio Jones, when I saw him at 16, I'd give him all my money.
Yeah.
Okay, when I saw Andre Drummond, I coached Andre Drummond's coach.
Oh, okay.
So he had me come by and check him out. I said, look, I wouldn't give him a dime, but he's going to make all the money because he's big. He can outrun every guard, and he's tall, he can rebound and block shots. He can't shoot worth a lick. And he did make, top money, but I just wasn't going to give him all my money.
Right.
They have talented players. But so that scares me when I see somebody in the scouting report as well. Sometimes he doesn't play very hard. Yeah. I don't like that.
Well, AP, buddy, let us know how things are going next week when we talk to you up in Kansas City. Figure out some barbecue places and let us know. Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, Saturday, I should be, that'll be the third day. I'll be coming back on the third day. Usually I stay 3 days, but those first 2 nights are important for me. So I'm going to be there the Thursday and Friday night. Looking forward to it. As always, they give us very good access usually, and my first time in Kansas City, excited. So
Okay, we'll talk next week, but thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, AP. Appreciate you, brother.
You're welcome. Bye-bye now.
Bye now. Ladies and gentlemen, AP Steadham, catch him on As We See It with him and Kelly. All episodes are on Facebook. Find him, friend him, and you look up the As We See It with Kelly and AP. And it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
AP Steadham, Heisman Trophy voter, Maxwell Award voter, and Biletnikoff Award voter can be heard weekly on the AP and Kelly As We See It podcast on Anchor and Spotify. He can also be found on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298. We all know how the weather is here in Alabama. On some days it can go from cold to hot in no time, and you need a system that can keep up. Athens Refrigeration and HVAC is owned and operated by industry experts, servicing all makes and models, whether residential or commercial. 24/7 availability, licensed, bonded, and insured. Don't be left out in the cold or heat. Call Athens Refrigeration and HVAC at 256-871-1571. Alabama certification numbers 22183 and 53483. Athens Refrigeration and HVAC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
The world is changing.
The Tailgate Talk app has changed. It's got a new name and a new look. It's now known as PAS Plus, and it's your home for Applebee's Tailgate Talk, along with James Clemens Sports and Calhoun Basketball.
Change, never heard, huh?
Look for the download links at PASnetwork.net or TailgateTalk.net. PAS Plus, Play Action Sports, plus a little extra. PAS Plus from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is West Limestone Boys basketball coach Justin Taylor, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, old Tomcat here alongside 1 Adam 12 Dodson, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we've got the man, the myth himself, Jason Simpson. We're going to be talking a little Castin and Catchin. Notice, Jason, there's no G on the end of those two words.
No, we dropped those G's.
That's right.
we're Alabamians. We don't talk that way.
Yo, it's a Southern thing, man.
That's right. That's right. That's how you know it's a classy event.
Exactly. So the fishing tournament. How long have you guys been going with Castin and Catchin?
Well, it's technically 8 years.
Okay.
But we missed the tournament in 2020, obviously.
COVID.
Yep. That nailed us. But we're in the 7th tournament, and we already have the promises of sponsorship dollars, and some of it's already in the foundation at Children's. We are now over $1 million raised for the Heart Unit.
Wow. Absolutely. Applause to you guys for doing that.
Well, I appreciate that. It's been a statewide effort too. We've had folks from all over and multiple states too, Tennessee and Georgia in particular, because Lake Guntersville's so proximal to those areas and so well known that we've had folks come support us from all over, and we just can't say thank you enough to the people that have come and participated, the people who have donated, who've never even seen the waters of Lake Guntersville. It's been a fantastic community and statewide effort.
Well, we're on the waters of Wheeler Lake this morning, just one dam west of y'all. So we're out here at Lucy's Branch on the BARge, and same river, just different different lake area, I guess. But tell some
different kind of fishing too.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, there's some good bass fishing over here. Not quite what Lake Guntersville has, but a lot of catfish over here. That's where I grew up, catching a lot of catfish over here. But either way, fill everybody in on what with the condition that your son had, Lee had over from Harbin Ford, Lee Bradford, with his family, and what tell us about how things got started with this tournament.
Well, this all got started because there were 4 families, 2 that were in Huntsville and 2 that were in Scottsboro. We all got to know each other through the Heart Unit at Children's. And although our kids were not in the hospital simultaneously, you just tend to gravitate toward people who have a similar experience. And this is really the brainchild of Lee Bradford and Drew McNutt.
Okay.
And the 2 families from Huntsville, us and the Justin and Heather Stroud family, we just add we have the ability to do other things like, building websites and doing media appearances and things like. We just help them make their idea a success. It's been a really cool effort to bring us all together. Now, Brody was born in 2015. His birthday's actually in 2 weeks.
Sweet, happy birthday, Brody.
Yeah, he's going to be 8 years old. He's a big man now.
Good.
He was born with a heart defect called Schoen's complex, which is there are 4 abnormalities of the heart. They ended up having to take an artery out of his left arm and rebuild his aorta on a heart the size of a strawberry, which is just incredible.
Wow.
Lee's son, Lee and Jessica's son, Tucker, he had a little bit more serious issue. It's called hypoplastic left heart, which is basically the child was born with half a heart. And they can do different procedures over their entire life to keep that going. And luckily, Tucker's not had to have a transplant. He's been able to be healthy, and he's doing well. And then, of course, Drew and Jody's youngest, he has multiple issues as well. And unfortunately, the Stroud's young son, William, he passed at Children's. But some of the research that is being done through Castin and Catchin funds would likely have saved William's life had that knowledge been available in 2011. So the mission of Castin and Catchin is to ensure that the sickest kids in our state get the best care that they possibly can. And the research that's being done in Birmingham has a ripple effect across the country. We know for a fact that there are over 200 families who have benefited from research done at UAB and Children's that is directly funded through Castin and Catchin. And that's nationwide, and that research is spreading into Canada. It's spreading across the ocean. It's a fantastic thing that we're doing here in Alabama. And I always say we call it lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Most people don't think of a fishing tournament as being able to raise that kind of money, and most of them won't. Most efforts are going to raise a few thousand here, a few thousand there. God has richly blessed us with the ability to support the hospital the way that we have, and it's just phenomenal.
That's great. Now, if someone who hasn't yet, let's see, if I'm not mistaken, the tournament is on next Saturday?
Yep. Next Saturday morning, blast off at Safe Light.
Sweet. Castin and Catchin on Facebook. That's Castin without the G, apostrophe, capital N, Catchin without the G, apostrophe. So if you're looking for it, find it on Facebook. You can drive over. Some of us guys over here could stay in Scottsboro, but they necessarily wouldn't have to. It's not that bad. It's an hour and 15-minute drive. So Is that where you blast off at in Scottsboro?
Yeah.
Okay.
At Goose Pond Colony.
Goose Pond. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if you were at Goose Pond, say 2 or 3 years ago, and you hadn't been over there since, and you think, oh my goodness, that boat slip is so small, it took us forever to get through the line. That thing is, I believe, 6 wide now.
Wow.
It has been improved in years past. Now, by the way, if you come, we'll feed you a biscuit for breakfast. We got biscuits for you. In years past, I would be carrying a box of biscuits out the highway, going toward highway highway 70. I can't think of the name of it. 79, Highway 79 over off the main road. Because trucks would just be backed up there till 6:30.
Yeah.
But now, since we're 5 or 6 trucks wide, we don't even have a line.
No, that's
great.
Just
come right up. You put that boat in the water, pull out, go park. Somebody will pick you up in a golf cart. I mean, this is a top level pro kind of tournament.
Sweet.
You get to walk across the stage that the Bassmasters walk across. We're going to weigh you on official scales.
All right.
And you got a chance at winning $15,000 if you're the first prize, and we're going to pay out a whole lot more than just first prize too. So I think last year we paid out 52 prizes.
Wow. That's impressive. That is impressive.
So how many entries have you gotten so far?
I hadn't checked this morning. We were on pace with where we were last year, and we had I want to say we had 221 total last year.
Wow.
So usually we get about 50 or 60 on the day of, or the night, Friday night and Saturday morning. So we're on pace to have over 200.
Now, you mentioned blast off at Safe Light. Obviously, you cannot blast off 221 boats at the same time. How does that work?
Oh, this is one of the coolest things that we do because it is a professional level tournament. Now, you don't have to be a pro to do this. Don't let that scare you. There are some pros who are in it, but most of the time it's the amateurs that beat the pros, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to say amateur. It's the non-paid professional. How about that?
Exactly.
Yes. Beats the pro. So these guys, we give you a number, and everybody collects right there by the docks at Goose Pond, and we blast off in a line. It's very orderly. You come by, you do a live well check. We check, make sure you got all your safety equipment, that you got life jackets, and that your live well's working, because we're about conservation. We don't want any dead fish.
No.
So we do the best that we can to make sure it's a safe, well-run tournament. So no, you don't just blast off 200. You come in an orderly line, and that's where you get your biscuit. We have the biscuit toss right off the dock. And in all the years that we've done that, since the boat slip has been widened, I think we've only lost 3 biscuits to the lake.
That's more impressive probably than anything else.
Yeah, those are efficient numbers
really
right there.
Now,
we've got a good success rate.
Do you have a biscuit sponsor?
Yeah, Jack's actually supplies the biscuits.
Awesome.
We run by the one off Highway 279 there in Scottsboro, and
know it well.
They load us up, and it's good eating too. And we've got all the condiments. If you need jelly or ketchup or whatever, we'll pass that along to you as well.
And that kind of gives a different meaning to casting and catching.
That's right. You really got to catch it, sucker.
Look, you're going to catch something. It's either going to be a fish or a biscuit.
There you go.
That's good. Well, what's Jason Simpson doing nowadays?
Oh, we moved to Birmingham.
Yep.
I took a job at WVTM 13, the NBC affiliate in Birmingham, after taking a year off of television. I never really thought I'd go back to TV, because once you're out, usually you're out. But they made a good case, and we felt the Lord leading us down that way.
That's good.
For a few years, our home church in Birmingham had kind of been on our heart, and I didn't know how we would get there. Because, we loved Whitesburg, where we were in Huntsville.
Yeah.
My wife was on staff there. So, the Lord leads in mysterious ways, and he led us to Birmingham, and Lacey's now on staff at Valleydale.
That's excellent.
That's where that's where we feel like we belong, and where we've been led, and the Lord's richly blessing us.
Pastor Joel Carwile used to tell us that we play checkers, the Lord plays chess. So
that's right, he does. He knows 3 moves ahead of where we are right
absolutely.
You mentioned Friday night going into Saturday. I saw a post you made, I guess it was last night, about kind of an unexpected tornado that popped up somewhere.
Yeah.
So did you have a busy night last night?
It really wasn't. And something like this happened in Athens back in, I want to say it was May of 2013, down at the steel case plant. There was a shower. and the shower dropped a funnel, and it ran up to Zaxby's on 72, and that was it. And it was well photographed. It was a beautiful wall cloud that did this. And it didn't hurt anybody. It didn't really do that much damage. And the same thing happened in Fayette, or near Fayette, down northwest of Jasper last night. It was just one of those fluke April kind of things that we have. And to the National Weather Service in Birmingham's credit, instead of trying to issue a tornado warning and sending everybody to safety for something that really wasn't that dangerous, they just let it go. Because by the time it had done its thing, it was over and it did not redevelop.
Yeah.
So there's no sense in sending people 20 miles down the road to safety for no reason. And, that becomes one of those head scratchers for folks who aren't in meteorology. You think, well, how did this happen? There are some things that we don't know.
Yes, true. That is true.
And that's one of them. These little bitty spin ups like that, boy, they are tough to find.
We've got a 2.5 acre pond on our place, and had a little fiberglass boat that you could paddle around in if you wanted to go fishing. Well, guess what happened? A little EF0 tornado come up there, picked the boat up, and tossed it to the bottom of the pond. So nothing else was hurt. I don't even think it knocked a tree down, but we lost a little fiberglass boat. So it's still down there. We had to drought this past summer, and always go down and look, make sure the boat's still there.
Yeah, and well, it's a good memory.
Yes, it is.
Well, since we're talking about weather, we got to do what we do every time we have you on. You got to give us a forecast here.
Today and tomorrow a little cool, a lot cooler than it was. And then, okay, so we were talking about this random tornado that happened in Fayette County. This next week, we start to get what I would call unsettled, where there's just this chance of rain every couple of days.
Right
now, I don't see anything like that happening. But if one of these little waves gets farther north than maybe it looks like it would right now, then you just have to be on guard for this time of year. There might be one instance of severe weather that happens within a single thunderstorm that gets no warning whatsoever. So just be on guard. Know that it's April. Know that these random things can happen sometimes. They're rare, but just be on guard.
Absolutely. Well, Jason, thank you so much for joining us on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. I forgot to get that in first, so get it in there toward the end. And before you go, tell everybody how to get involved, how to register if they want to continue or want to join the tournament next Saturday.
All right, real quick, it is a buddy fishing tournament. You got to have 2 in the boat. You have to have a live well. You have to have a motor. It's not a kayak tournament or anything like that.
Okay.
You got to have the same equipment roughly as everybody else, so that everybody's on equal footing. It's $110 a boat. We'll feed you dinner Friday night. And you blast off Saturday morning at safe light. Don't worry about what number you are. Being number 1 means nothing. Being number 220 means nothing. It's all about what you do out on the water and what time your flight comes in. You can register on Castin and Catchin.org. You can also donate directly there. $5, $10, every little bit helps to make us hit that goal. And if you aren't sure if you can make it and you just want to wait until Saturday morning and decide to drive over at 2 a.m., come on. We'll register you right there on site.
That sounds good. Jason Simpson, I was fixing to say WHNT Channel 19, but not any longer. So,
yeah.
Thanks for joining us again this year, Jason. It's always great having you.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Simpson, formerly of WHNT Channel 19. Castin and Catchin. It's time to take a break. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Tanner's Angel Cortez, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's, along with a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Hayden Blakely from Athens Bible School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. Keep up with Athens and Limestone County sports with a Play Action Sports Report. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
This is former University of Alabama fullback Terrence Lynch, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat, alongside one Adam 12 Dodson, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're trying to hook up with Clay Coleman, old Freak Daddy, our voice of the Huntsville Havoc. Having difficulty getting in touch with him today.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of new phone who dis.
Absolutely. Well, Adam, I never thought about it much, but this year, we got him?
Did we got him?
Well, we're working on it, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want dead air here on the
new phone.
Yep.
Who did?
Okay.
You're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
We got him, ladies and gentlemen, on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. You know him, you love him. Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy, voice of the Huntsville Havoc.
Hey, good morning. Sorry, I guess you know you're too big when you can't feel your phone vibrate.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
happens
what it
sometimes.
I'm actually getting ready this morning. I actually will miss the hockey game tonight, which is awful. Yeah, I know. I had a friend of mine that I do the DJ different events and things, and one of the guys that works with Metropolitan DJ has got cancer.
Oh, bless it.
I had about 2 months ago, I agreed to do an event to help him out. So I'm going to be gone tonight, but I'm actually within the next hour going to be leading a panel with William Shatner at the Von Braun Center. Today, and tomorrow is the big Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, which is a fun event. If you're looking for something to do, there's a lot of cool things in the BBC, and then there's a lot of B-listers. I mean, Shatner's probably the biggest one. They got a lot of people from Star Trek, and then I actually led a panel yesterday with Chandler Riggs, who played Carl from The Walking Dead, so that was fun.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you're a wrestling fan, there's a couple of the AEW wrestlers, Danhausen and Jungle Boy.
That's probably where Todd is this morning.
Yeah.
He didn't. Tim done a roll call, and he's like, "Who's going to be there?" And Todd said, "I'm out." Normally, it's, maybe if I feel good, I'm out. Yeah, he's at the Comic Con today.
Mick Foley's the biggest wrestler there, and I actually leading a panel with him tomorrow. So wrestling going on, but the Havoc, back to them. Tough loss last night in overtime against Birmingham. So tonight it's do or die inside the Von Braun Center if they want to keep this season alive and go for that championship.
I had something I was going. Oh, I remember what else. When you talk to Mr. Shatner, ask him what his motivation was for the time he said, that was just random or just normal,
Yeah, I thought about just only talking to him about T.J. Hooker. That's it.
Wow.
He never done any of the Duke boys' hood slides on T.J. Hooker, did he?
I think he did like some rolls over. He did some of that stuff.
I was thinking it's kind of old man roll over the hood or something.
But he's I feel, man. It's funny. I was talking to T-Bone this morning. I said, "Yeah, we're going to go hang out with William Shatner," and he was like, "Who?"
Oh God! Bless your heart.
I was like, "Well," and I tried to go back. I was like, "Well, yeah, you wouldn't know Star Trek. That's fine. Do you know Boston Legal? No. Have you ever seen a Priceline commercial? No." So I mean, it's
Miss Congeniality, maybe.
Yeah, he didn't, and and then I even thought maybe he's had a show on the History Channel called Unexplained.
Yeah.
And but I guess T-Bone doesn't watch history either. So
yeah, well,
I want to work on him a little
those
bit.
Twilight Zone episodes would be out of the question.
I guess my generation's right on the line for William Shatner knowledge, because I am very much aware who William Shatner is. But if you go maybe 4 years younger than me, that's probably where the cutoff is.
Well, what about there is a chance? What about dodgeball? No, it's a bylaw. It's a bylaw.
No,
I didn't think about
right.
that.
He could do that. The bad thing is the next generation, there's no actors. It's all influencers.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
The YouTube influencer. You're the guy from. Now, if they put Shatner, if he could reinvent himself and just put him on TikTok, then they know who he is.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So, but it was really cool. But I mean, it's a neat thing to see those. I mean, I've done several of these, and and I've always told people it's hit or miss with any kind of A celebrity, B celebrity, even Zach from Saved by the Bells here. So it's like you'll never know who you run into, and it's hit or miss. They'll either be an extremely nice person or a complete jerk.
Somewhere,
there's no in between.
You're right. Somewhere in my packing is a picture of when my daughter went to Comic-Con in South Florida of Lando Calrissian.
Oh, wow.
Billy Williams. Yeah, autographed, and she got it for me. I was like, thank you, girlfriend. That's cool.
Well, Clay, if you were going, you'd be the A-list celebrity that's there.
You know it.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, like I have a Freak Daddy booth that would have maybe $1 Polaroids is what I would have.
I don't know. Those Freak Daddy jerseys go pretty high.
Yeah, the jerseys are good. I mean, I don't know. William Shatner, I mean, it's a little pricey to get a picture and an autograph with him. It's $120 cash.
Cash.
Yeah, cash.
I like him. I don't like him that much.
Yeah, I know. I was like, so it's. I wanted to go up and see, can I negotiate with him on that price line?
Shatner needs to get with the times and get some Apple Pay or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. But
years ago,
but I'm hoping tonight with the Havoc. I mean, it's. You hate to lose that in overtime. It was pretty quick in the overtime last night. So,
really?
They'll have to win it tonight. Peoria just they lost their first game against Roanoke, but then came back last night and won 5-2. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all lays out. So if Roanoke were to win, we would get home ice advantage if we won. But if Peoria wins, then it'll be back with them having home ice. So it'll be interesting to see how it all works out.
With playoff hockey, you never know what's going to happen.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, buddy, thanks for joining us. And
appreciate it, guys.
We'll let you get back to the Comic-Con and tell Captain Kirk I said hey.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him how he enjoyed working with Han Solo and Harrison Ford.
Absolutely.
That'll make him mad.
Definitely. All right. Thanks, brother. See you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, Clay Coleman, our freak daddy on the side there. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Enjoy all the smiles and none of the slowdowns with a gig from Ardmore Telephone Company. Get 1 gig now for only $89.90 a month when you sign up or upgrade today. Work from home, learn online, game and stream with no buffering. You'll be grinning from ear to ear with a gig. Call 800-830-9946 now to get your gig life started. That's 800-830-9946.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner receives a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Tailgate Talk.
Hey, this is Hot Girl basketball coach Tom Waller, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Let me give you some trash talk.
Hey, you want to talk some trash?
Trash?
Trash. Trash. Won't pick it up. Take them like no way. Girl, why not take out the trash?
You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, old Tomcat here alongside one Adam, 12 Dodson, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, known our Lambert, the special guest segment sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. We've got the voice of the Trash Pandas, Mr. Josh Caray, joining us. Josh, welcome to the show.
Hey, Tom, good to talk to you. I hope all's well.
All is well, dude. I hope things are well. It's the first time I've got to speak with you. Things have happened whenever you were coming on, and I had to go or wasn't able to be here. So such is life, brother.
Yeah, I hear you, but good to talk to you.
Absolutely, always. Hey, before we get talking about Trash Pandas, y'all haven't been to the Smokies yet, Knoxville Smokies on the road yet, have you?
We won't until August.
Oh, till August? Wow. Okay, cool. Well, last time we were talking about restaurants over there, and there's not much over there around there, unless you want to go on up into Sevierville or Dollywood or something like that. But I was going to let you know there is one that's pretty good. That's about 10 miles to the east of the Smokies exit, and it's called Aubrey's at Strawberry Plains. Have you ever tried that restaurant?
I didn't even know about it.
Cool. I'll be staying in Strawberry Plains Sunday night, but it's right across the road from the Holiday Inn Express. If you're up there and you get tired of the Chop House, it's a short ride, 10, 15 minutes down the road. Strawberry Plains exit, hang a right, and there's your good place to eat for the evening. Really, really good place, man.
All right, I'll have to write it down and check it out. I appreciate it.
All right, now let's talk some baseball, dude. Trash Pandas are playing pretty decent ball right now.
Yeah, they are. They've won 8 of 10, and it's not really a surprise. We all kind of felt the team that was assembled was going to be really good, and they've done just that. We got a lot of returnees who are playing really well. The pitching's been outstanding, and we got a doubleheader today. So hopefully we'll just continue to do what we've been doing.
That's right. Rained out last night. Where's DeShera right now? Is he in AAA or is he bumped up or?
No, he's at extended spring training.
I'm sorry.
He's at extended spring training.
Oh, okay.
He's out in Arizona.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, Josh, I know there's been a lot of strange happenings, even beyond the no-hitter, that have happened in this first portion of the season. Just talk about how some of the wacky occurrences that have happened with the Trash Panda so far.
Yeah, I mean, we were in Birmingham last week, and, Birmingham did some interesting things. They had to use 3 position players to pitch in one game. There was I think there was one game where there were like 20 walks. A couple days ago, we had a power outage in Town Madison that forced us to play without the video board and the PA system and all that. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a wild year so far, but you know what? It's all okay if you're winning, which is what they're doing right now.
Yeah, and I've talked to Aaron Cheris a good bit just with my radio show, and what he tells me is that y'all are just rolling, like kind of clicking on all cylinders right now. Like y'all are doing really well with the marketing, y'all are doing really well with attendance, and then obviously y'all are winning too. Just talk about how y'all are kind of succeeding at every aspect right now.
Well, I think Aaron's being a little too generous. I think there's always room for growth and room for improvement. The bullpen's been a little shaky at times, but yeah, the hitting's been great. The pitching's been outstanding. We'd like to see more people get to the ballpark. That's always our biggest concern, just because, baseball's not always the easiest draw. So I think our biggest draw was on opening night, and that was over 5,000. We'd like to get, into the 6s, into the 7s with that. So there's always work to be done. But right now we've got a pretty good organization rolling, and we're doing some really nice things, but like I said, there's always room for growth.
Yes, sir.
Quick question, Josh. You got the doubleheader tonight from the rain that come through, canceled last night. So will it be a one ticket get both games, or will they clear the stadium and then re-enter everyone? How will that go?
It's a Twilight doubleheader, so folks can show up if they have a ticket and catch both games. It'll get underway at 4:05, and both games will be 7 innings long. With the pitch clock and all that, hopefully we can all be out of there by about 9-ish. So
man, that's great.
It should be a nice day for baseball.
And it won't be too hot for a 4 o'clock afternoon first pitch.
No, it's only supposed to be like 70, 72 degrees, which is gorgeous. So, if people can pull away from the A-Day game, I think we should get a pretty good draw.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a tough pull this time of year.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one day, though, and at the end, it's still an exhibition game, right? So
that's true.
It's a squad scrimmage. So,
exactly.
And we start at 4 o'clock, so hopefully folks can maybe get away from that a little early and come on down to the ball yard.
Gotcha.
Well, and I heard a report, you talking about the pitch clock. I'd heard a report here, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago that said games, are ending about half an hour late earlier. Than
major league games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well,
it's doing what it's supposed to do, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it needed, because games up until last year were just not fun to watch. I mean, you might get a 2.5-hour game, then you get 3.5 the next night, then 3 the night after that, then 3:19 3:15 the following day.
Right.
And people can't do that. People got to go home. They got to go to work. And especially in minor league baseball, where you don't have TV revenue, you need butts and seats. And if you keep people there until 10 o'clock at night, well, that doesn't serve anyone any good.
No.
So, it's doing its job. It's forcing us to do some things differently, but it's good, and it's good for the game. It'll be good for the growth of the game.
I've got buddies that work. I work for Goodyear, and they live in Akron, so they're big Cleveland Indians fans. And it was one of the questions we were talking about in our meetings is, what do they think in the major leagues about the shot clock? And some of the guys up there said they had heard fans fussing because once they get in line for a concession stand during the middle of the game, they don't get back till the middle of the next inning. I'm like, well, I'm thinking
that's a necessary evil in my opinion.
Get your butt in concession stand line before the game, and they have vendors walking for the other particular peanuts and Coca-Colas and other beverages.
Well, one thing we did last year was we opened our gates a half hour earlier just for that, so folks could get in. We could do concessions just slightly longer and make some more money off of that. And, that's a real concern, but it's a good concern to have, and I'd rather do that than force fans to sit there for 3.5, 4 hours waiting for a 9-inning game to end.
And it's okay when you got the good pitcher, but then you get these batters that combine with a slow batter with a slow pitcher, and it's like pulling teeth, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and you've seen on Twitter where they've got some at bat, in some cases where a pitch is thrown, and then in another game they complete an entire half inning. I mean, it can't continue to go on like that, and it couldn't, because in today's age of the iPhone, people are easily distracted. So you can't just keep people there all night long and expect them to want to come back.
Personally, I like the pitch count. It keeps the can't say this word on the air. It keeps the drama out of the game, and somebody's got to quote unquote it's their style when it's actually some other bull junk, I guess you'd say. That pitch the ball, throw the ball, hit the ball, catch the ball. So.
Right.
I hear you.
You got it?
Yeah.
Well, now, is tonight a special, like a promotional night too?
We're just going to have fireworks after the game. Tennessee Valley Authority will be sponsoring Earth Day. But, we'll have fireworks after the second game, and it should be a lot of fun.
That's great. Well, Josh, thanks again for joining us, man. Remember, Aubrey's at the Strawberry Plains exit.
I will write that down. I appreciate it, Tom.
Absolutely. Great food. I recommend the fish, the beer-battered cod. It's good stuff. All right.
I got a place to go in August. Sounds good.
Absolutely. Thanks, bud. Talk to you later.
All right. Have a good one.
You too, Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, on our special guest segment sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing, the voice of the Trash Pandas, Mr. Josh Caray. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's Tailgate Talk? Go online to tailgatetalk.net and hear the archives. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
We all know how the weather is here in Alabama. On some days, it can go from cold to hot in no time, and you need a system that can keep up. Athens Refrigeration and HVAC is owned and operated by industry experts, servicing all makes and models, whether residential or commercial. 24/7 availability, licensed, bonded, and insured. Don't be left out in the cold or heat. Call Athens Refrigeration and HVAC at 256-871-1571. Alabama certification numbers 22183 and 53483. Athens Refrigeration and HVAC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hello, man. This is Bo Wright, formerly of the University of Alabama and the Buffalo Bills, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, Old Tom Cat here alongside one Adam 12 Dodson, producer extraordinaire, and we are live at the Lucy's Branch BARge. Adam, you didn't even know what the place was.
Yeah, I knew the river was here, but
not the BARge. Lucy's Branch. Look it up on the internet. It's great history of an African-American woman who bought land down here, and Branch being just a creek that enters into the Tennessee River. Years ago, as a child, we would camp right up there on top of that hill. Mom and Dad pick guitar, put the pig in the ground, cook in the morning, fish off the rocks. This is a great place out here at the BARge. Sticks out in the water. You got the L-shaped that goes toward the east, and that's where the Cornhole tournament is being held. It's sponsored by Grayson Carter and Son, and we have Michelle Williamson, the coordinator of the tournament, Cornhole for a Cure, and we'll talk to Steve Turner, also known as Ned, maybe. If we have to.
If you have to.
If we have to. That's great. Michelle, start talking. Tell us what we got here, girlfriend.
Well, first off, I thank y'all for coming back again. Y'all have always been a great partner with us for all of our Relay for Life events. It's a beautiful day on the Tennessee River. I'm going to go ahead and have to start this with we are the County Relay for Life team. It has been a hard week for the county.
Yes,
We've
it has.
had some losses. Chairman Daly's son, his funeral today. We've also had another loss in the county family, and I would just ask for everybody to keep our entire county family in your prayers. Like I said, it's a beautiful day out here. I'm not sure how many teams we've got yet. I build the bracket at the end when they all come in. We've got several people flowing in, several that have returned from last year, several new ones. And it's always a great event where everybody comes together to fight for a cure, to toss out cancer. And that, at the end of the day, is all of our goal. And until that happens, nobody's really a winner.
So I want to start off here. You mentioned that there's some returning people, there's some new people. Are there some studs out here that you're just expecting to make a good run in this cornhole tournament?
We have some good local players.
Yeah.
Then we have people that come in from Kentucky, Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee. It just depends on what's going on now with the Whistle Stop tournament. I'm not sure what the future of that looks like, but I have a feeling we'll pick up some of their players today too. So yeah, it gets serious.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So talk a little bit about the story behind this event and why you sorry, we had a fumble of the glasses here live. We're all good. So
the story behind the event is several years ago when we formed the County for a Cure team, which consists of now almost 300 county commission employees. We started the Cornhole tournament. We had it at the Sheriff's Arena for several years, and when it rained, we brought it indoors at some different locations. And then we decided, we talked with Suzanne down here at the BARge, Captain Waddell at the Sheriff's Office, and they really wanted us to move it down here for the scenery. They became a partner of ours, and it's just been a great experience for all of us, and I think the teams have really enjoyed it down here. The wind was a little tough last year, but
it was.
We fought through through it hard, and it ended up being a great tournament.
Yeah, I know. I think the wind can kind of add an aspect, like, the pros are going to shine when the wind comes out. You get a little curve on the cornhole bag. No, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, my daughter was a javelin thrower, and the wind.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, for South Alabama.
Really?
Yes, sir.
USA.
And the wind, they can. It can change a lot of things, but they're all great sports, and they're here for the right reason. And I think overall, as a team, over the last 8 years, between all of our events, which we host mud volleyball too, which y'all are a partner of, we're close to 100, probably about 160,000 that we've raised for American Cancer Society that we're very proud of.
So how do you market this to where you attract people from Georgia, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee?
We have very good partners. We have West Georgia Cornhole that helps us promote it. We have cornhole associations all the way from South Alabama and, of course, all the way up to the Tennessee line. And we have a very good system, and several of us that handle the marketing for the tournaments, not just cornhole, but for mud volleyball too.
Right. And I know you said you're currently unaware of how many will be playing today. Y'all haven't filled out the bracket yet. How many were here last year?
Last year we had 31. The biggest tournament we've had has been 32, 33.
Wow.
Yeah, and for us, that's a big tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prize money's $500 first place, $300 second place, and $200 third place. And all of that could not be made possible without our partner and our premier sponsor, which is Grayson Carter & Son Contracting, that has come back with us. I think we're going on our fifth year maybe now with Grayson.
I was trying to remember this morning, but it probably is 4 or 5. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Halston is always so awesome to give back to the community, not just to us, but to so many different events, and we can't thank him enough. Without him, we couldn't make it happen. We do have a few additional court sponsors this year that have joined us, and their names are on the courts this year.
Okay.
But I can run through them real quick. It's Hand Arundel, Harrison and Sale, Tate's Legacy Foundation, the family of Sarah Black, Open Door Logistics, and Innovative Realty Solutions. And but when we go back to the top, the premier sponsors, it's all about Grayson Carter, and like I said, they're such a big community partner, and that's why I asked Steve Turner. He is actually the paving manager for Grayson Carter to come with me this morning and talk to y'all.
Yeah. So Steve, first off, I like your hat.
Thank you.
Second off, talk about your motivation and why you want to be so involved with this event.
Well, Grayson Carter is all about the community. Grayson Carter & Son is a family-owned business in Limestone County, has been for 26 years. And giving back is just something that Halston feels important to him and the company. So I know their family's been touched by cancer. It's not many families around that haven't been touched by cancer in some way or shape or form. So anything that he can do and the company can do to kind of give back and make it a little better for somebody, he wants to be involved in that.
I hear you. And can people walk up and register, or do you have to? So if someone heard about it today, they can just come in and register and get to play.
Well, registration opened at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And we'll probably let everybody register up until probably about 11:40-ish, because I have to build the bracket.
I was wondering who's in charge of the bracket. So you're in charge of the bracket?
That would be me. We run the Brackalope app,
okay,
which is a very user-friendly app. I need that in my life.
Yeah.
And it still makes me a nervous wreck, and I'm still on top of it all day. And I also keep it in handwriting too throughout the tournament, just in case anything were to go amiss and we have to build by hand.
Yeah, so how do you do the seeding? Is it completely random?
It's completely random.
I was about to say, I didn't know if there was a little influence sent your way.
I can't get that technical.
Y'all do a draw, Michelle. That's what we used to do on the dirt track. You register and do a draw.
The system
brings it out for you?
breaks it out for you, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of good bracket apps out there. Like you said, user-friendly bracket apps, and big help for stuff like this, you know?
It is. We used one for years, and then we switched over. Actually, we had some players from Kentucky come down and sat down with me and showed me this app, and I was mind blown, and I thought, wow, I'm really doing it the hard way. So we swapped, and it's been a good addition to to the tournament.
Do you use it on the mud volleyball tournament?
We do not. Mud volleyball is totally different.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, Terry Bob Boyd with the county engineering department builds our bracket.
Well, of course, you want the county engineering department building the bracket, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand all that over, and I just write it out.
I'm sorry, I went away for a little bit. I had a dry cough and a little catch in my throat. Have we talked to Ned here yet?
Just for a second.
Just for a second.
I said I like this hat.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty. Ned, what you former commissioner working for Carter and Son now?
Yeah, I've been with them now since 2020. Had various jobs starting out with them. The company was growing.
Yeah.
And you've probably seen it in the news. We're building an asphalt plant, and Halston has put me over paving, so I'm the paving manager currently.
Well, you've got a little experience on that.
I got a little bit of experience with that. So, but a lot of it's just trial and error, and just work hard. And if you work hard enough, most of the time you can figure it out.
Right.
So,
right. It's all about thinking smarter, not thinking harder, and working hard.
That's right.
I hear you.
You got to have a strong back and a weak mind.
Talk about Grayson and Halston's commitment to this tournament.
Well, that's what I told them earlier.
Maybe I'm sorry.
While you were off, but
it's all good. You have to get the water.
Like I was saying, there's not many families that haven't been touched by cancer in some shape, form, or fashion. Whether it's a friend, a mother, a brother, some sort of family member. Everybody gets touched by it. Halston's family was touched by it, and I'm sure it's important to him that anything he can do to help maybe ease somebody else's pain or further the research or whatever.
Yeah.
I know he's all in on that.
Cool. And it happens to be down here at the BARge.
Yeah, it's this is
like the best place ever.
Yeah, this is close to home for Halston. He's got his home's in Rogersville, and his parents are from West Limestone. So this is kind of home turf for the Grayson Carter family.
Well, kudos to Grayson and the family and the business for sponsoring this, and definitely thank Michelle, because without her, it's seriously, a lot of things don't work good in this.
Well, I have a good team. I've always had a good team.
Christmas tree lightings to other things.
You're only as strong as your team is, and I can't go without mentioning Tammy Waddell.
Yep, Tammy's around here.
We have a huge group they're in for whatever we do. They ask us when and where, and they're there, and you can't put a price tag on friendships like that, and that really describes the whole Limestone County community.
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about this lady right here. Michelle Williamson is probably one of the hardest working people I've ever met. I met her just going on probably 13 or 14 years ago now, when she came to the county commission when I was commissioner, and she took on whatever task she needed to take on, and she made it go.
You're no longer with the commission now, are you?
I am not. I'm actually the director of marketing and community relations for Morrell Engineering.
Oh, okay. That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
I remember that now. I remember meeting Michelle at the Mardi Gras.
The Mardi Gras
and
bash.
You cornered me to sing the national anthem at the state of the county.
At the state of the county.
And,
I sure did.
And I was like, yes, what an honor. I would be glad to sing.
She may corner you to sing it here today, too.
I don't know. I sang 4 hours last night. I don't know if I got the... I don't know. We'll do it.
It's always a pleasure having y'all with us at every event. I mean, I know we bring you out here. It's beautiful. Then we take you in the mud, and it don't matter where we are. Y'all are always there with us, and we just really appreciate it.
I personally, and I know we've all done this, but I am honored to be able to give back for a lot that I've been given. And that's my reasoning for everything. So I'm glad to be able to do it. It's an honor Mr. Lambert allows us to come up here and talk, and people get to listen and get to come out and do wonderful jobs like this. So one last time before we go, tell everybody what they can do to get here, what time's cut off, and...
Well, we're getting close to time cutoff, because I don't know how many teams we got right now, and I'm going to need to build the bracket, and then we have an opening ceremony. Every event we have, we open it with a prayer, and we open it with the national anthem, because we love our country and we love our Lord.
Absolutely.
So it's that way every time that we have an event. If you're not here in the next probably 10 minutes, you may not make it in the tournament, but you can still come down here, make a difference, hang out with us.
You had people that's already prepaid for the tournament?
We have.
Okay,
yes,
so everybody's here is not everybody that's going to be there.
No.
Gotcha. That made me.
That
Yes.
cleared my brain.
Yes.
All right. Thank y'all so much for
Thank
joining
you
us.
very
It's time to go pay the bills, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy.
This is First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Mason Butler from Clemens High School, and I love First National Bank. They make it easy for me to balance school, work, and my social life. With convenient services like online banking, bill pay, and the mobile app, I can take care of my finances without having to worry. I can check my balance, transfer funds, and I was even able to apply for my checking account online. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is Charles Morrison, varsity baseball coach with Lindsay Lane Christian Academy, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside 1 Adam 12 Dodson, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and we are live at the BARge at Lucy's Branch. A lovely day. Little cool on the water, but not bad at all. Getting ready, watching the bags being tossed in warm-ups. Cornhole for a cure. Now, we've got with us on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great with Cottontown United, Craig Stults. Craig, welcome back to the show, man.
Thank you for having me. How are y'all doing today?
Man, we're doing wonderful. Just sitting out here watching people chunking bean bags. And, you know, when I was a kid, it was, man, you played a man sport. You throwed horseshoes.
That's right. That's right.
40-foot pits, man. And if
I'll take getting hit with a beanbag any day.
Yeah, especially when you don't get that flip you want and that horseshoe starts running.
That's right. That's right. You better get out of the way.
Matter of fact, as a kid, I've told it earlier, we camped out here. This was a huge campground with mini bike trails and everything, and there was always people throwing horseshoes, and you know, the beverage would be flowing on Saturday night, and you bing, bing, bing. Next thing you know, ow! Somebody had a horseshoe run up her left ankle.
That's right. That's right. You know, it's hard to find a good horseshoe pit anymore.
You can't find them, man. Everybody's playing cornhole nowadays. So.
That's it. That's it.
Did you ever play jarts?
Lawn darts? Lawn darts, not officially. I mean, I knew some folks that had them.
That's true.
That's another dangerous one.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what is not too awful dangerous is soccer, and Cottontown United. Tell us about what you got going on, brother.
Well, we've got some tryouts coming up. We've had a pretty good little season with our younger teams. Most of our kids are playing into the school ball world now. But we're going to be ramping up for the fall with some tryouts coming up April 24th through the 29th. We're going to have our younger group, which is 2011 to 2015 boys, and 2012 to 2014 girls. We in soccer, they go by the birth year. And then May 22nd through the 29th, we'll have our older kids in. That should get their school ball season done. 2005 to 2000 boys, and 2007 boys, I'm sorry, and 2006 through 2011 girls. So we have a few more girls team than boys teams at the moment, but if you can go to our website, CottontownUnitedSoccer.com, there's a registration link to if you're interested, and we'd love to see some folks come out.
Yes, sir. And talk about what league you all participate in. Is this like AYSO?
Well, we don't actually play in a league. We would be more of a travel ball. It would be a better way to describe us. We play roughly anywhere between 3 to 5 tournaments a season in the fall. A lot of those are local, but we do travel down to Foley Beach, Foley and Orange Beach. We go to Gatlinburg.
Cool.
We go to Chattanooga, Nashville, Memphis. We've been Birmingham. So we're around. We got actually a team down in Trussville right now playing this weekend. So we just travel around and play games like that. We also play what we would call a friendly, which is more or less a scrimmage. But we play roughly 20 games a season. So you get a good, healthy number of games as far as learning to develop. But we really don't play in a league, actually.
How many games do you play there at the old middle school?
Those have actually kind of gone down. We I would say most teams play 2 to 5.
Okay.
But that has kind of gone down because of growth, and that's our only field. So it's more or less taken up in practice time now.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
We're scrambling. That's probably our biggest hurdle that we're having to get over. And it's not just us, but it's a lot of folks in Limestone County and Athens. We have a shortage of fields and that we could use.
Right.
So everybody's cramming to get on whatever little patch of grass they can get, and so we're kind of putting practice first, and then we'll go play. There's a lot of places we can travel to play games, so that's kind of how it's trended as late. But we'd love to play more home games, that's for sure.
So do you think there's a simple way to solve this problem? Obviously, having more fields, but how do you get to that point? Like, are there certain ways you can go about it to have access to more fields or build more fields?
Well, that second part there, that's the best way. Right now, the fields aren't there to have, unfortunately. So what we really need is working with the city, working with or private investors to build a new complex. We need more fields, and it's not just us. The Athens Rec Center is busting at the seams, as well as the community. As we continue to grow as a community, more and more folks are moving in. They want access to these kind of fields. I know in Huntsville, I still play competitively, so I'm playing over in Huntsville, and they have 8 turf fields. They're developing another 20 or so fields.
Yeah.
So they're constantly building. You've got the Jack Allen complex in Decatur, and they bust at the seams as well. So it's something that's, our neighboring communities are building these fields. We kind of need to do it too. It would be a massive economic impact and help grow the city as well.
Yes.
Too. I played in a tournament this past March down in Savannah, Georgia, and with the largest tournament in the country, and they had 92 teams.
Wow.
All adult. And their sister tournament is in Labor Day. They have 130 teams.
Wow.
No, go ahead, Craig. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say the hotel and restaurant revenue is enormous. That Athens sits right on the interstate. It's a prime location for it.
Oh, yes, no doubt about it. It's prime. And matter of fact, last week we were at Eli's block party, and Mark Russell with the Huntsville Sports Commission was on.
Yes.
And he was talking about everything that they had done. And I know Athens is, I'm not saying behind a little bit, but there's a lot of development going on that will catch them up, including like a bypass coming off the interstate.
That's right.
And things are happening. We want it right now. But
we do, but it's a process.
Yes, as long as there's a plan in place, then we're good.
and hopefully we get to that point. I know how much success they've had in Huntsville and is continuing to grow. And I believe Athens is actually a better location. We're right on the interstate.
Yes, absolutely. Right on the interstate.
Between not only Huntsville, but Florence, but really Nashville and Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I tell people, hey, we're gonna play at home, and they usually think Huntsville, Athens, that area, and they go, are we playing right there on the interstate? And I'm like, well, no, we're not playing there, because everybody sees those fields in Sportsplex, and they immediately think that's where it's going to be. So it's a great advertisement, just the fact that you see green grass and soccer goals.
Yeah. And I'm assuming with all this talk about growth that your numbers are going up as well in participation.
Well, I would say yes, but we're kind of at a limit where we can't grow anymore because we don't have any more grass.
I see. We got to get more grass somehow.
That's really what we need. And that could come a number of ways, obviously with the city building something, but I'd love to see maybe some of our large manufacturing facilities that need a use for their green space. That would be a great idea. So there's some ways that we can make something happen. It's just finding some partners that want to get involved and help it grow. Because I'll tell you this, the desire, the need, the want is there. That's not a question. We have a void, and we're trying to fill it.
I hear you. And do you have any plans to get on the docket for like a city council meeting or something?
I haven't actually. I've been kind of covered up. Is the thing, but I'm always willing to talk about it, and in any kind of conversation that someone would like to have. This is something I actually have put that out there. There was I don't know what it was. It was a round table where it was a week long of discussions about needs and wants for Athens. I don't know if you guys remember that last year. I think it was. Yeah.
I do.
I went to that and definitely put our bid in there to hey, we need more soccer fields.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so I think the city knows. I do believe that they're well aware of our need.
I gotcha. And, kind of going back to less city stuff and more just soccer stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about how beneficial it is for them to participate in Cottontown United, how it could benefit them playing for other soccer teams down the road.
Well, for us, what we saw is at the rec department, it is great. It is a great introduction to soccer. It provides a value to the community, but you find kids that want a little more, and they want maybe to be more competitive. They want more coaching. That's really what we tried to create, was an opportunity to play at a little bit of a higher level, and there are even higher levels beyond us, but I say that in the fact that my 2012 team, our 2012 girls team, they're ranked number 50 in the country.
Wow!
Out of over, almost 1,000 teams, and Little Athens is number 50.
Wow!
They are straight up studs. And we have a lot of success with our other teams. That one's just a flagship right now, but so we're very competitive. This is our fifth year basically. So this spring makes 5 years for us, and we've been just did a little research the other day through our registration organizations. We've managed to rack up 55 gold and silver medals in 5 years, which is pretty good. Yeah. It's not too bad for Little Athens, and most of our kids are all locally homegrown. We have a few that come in from neighboring counties, but just about everybody, I'd say 80% of them are all Athens and Limestone County kids. So we're pretty proud of that, and we hope to continue that as we move forward. But it's definitely a way to gain opportunities, whether it be playing in college, having a successful high school career. It's just I love soccer, played for almost 40 years. And, it's been a great thing for my life. And I just want to give that to these kids and give them the opportunity to see that. We're actually taking a team to Denmark in July. So we're trying to raise a little money for that. So if anybody's interested, please let us know. But we're taking a team over to play in the Dana Cup, which is a very interesting tournament in this little bitty town of 1,500 people. 1 week out of the year, 10,000 folks descend on this area, and 50 countries are represented. The kids will meet people from all over the world. They'll get a chance to play and really just see what soccer is like around the world. So we're excited about taking a Cottontown team to Europe and expose these kids to a little more of the game.
That's great, Craig. Our time has run out. Ladies and gentlemen, CottontownUnitedSoccer.com. Craig Stults joining us. Go register, get ready to play, and keep an eye on this. This is one of the fastest growing sports we've got here locally, and this is a good quality team.
Guys, thanks for having me. Y'all have a great day.
Anytime, brother. Thank you.
All right. You too.
Thank you. The special guest segments, call-in guests via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student-athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this.
Enjoy all the smiles and none of the slowdowns with a gig from Ardmore Telephone Company. Get 1 gig now for only $89.90 a month when you sign up or upgrade today. Work from home, learn online, game and stream with no buffering. You'll be grinning from ear to ear with a gig. Call 800-830-9946 now to get your gig life started. That's 800-830-9946.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
The world is changing.
The Tailgate Talk app has changed. It's got a new name and a new look. It's now known as PAS Plus, and it's your home for Applebee's Tailgate Talk, along with James Clemens Sports and Calhoun Basketball.
Change never hurt, huh?
Look for the download links at PASnetwork.net or TailgateTalk.net. PAS Plus, Play Action Sports, plus a little extra. PAS Plus from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is former Auburn wide receiver Willie Gaucher. You are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Hoping to have Coach Chad McGehee with James Clemens Jets on, but not able to catch him right now. So we're going to turn our conversation a little bit. Adam, if you'll remember early in the basketball season, Coach Pearl and we had Coach Schulman from UAH on. They actually played an exhibition game earlier in the year. And, you know, you think about it and you go, well, was Coach Pearl scouting here at UAH?
Maybe,
because they got young man entered into the transfer portal by the name of Chaney Johnson. He signed with Auburn yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. 6'7", number 3. You got Coach on? All right.
We'll save it for another day.
Save it for another day. We got next week. We got to talk about Tommy Murr too. So,
yeah, we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, Coach Chad McGehee, head football coach at James Clemens. Hey, Coach.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Man, we good now that we got you on the line.
Oh, sorry. I was finishing up something just a minute ago.
It's all
I'm
good.
just funning with you, man. Just funning. Hey, football, I'm guessing spring practice is going on now, if not soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have our freshmen this week, rising freshmen, and then the next week we start varsity on May the 1st. So this will be the first spring training we've done since I've been here, because the last 2 years we've opted for the extra week in the fall. So we're excited to kind of break the monotony a little bit.
Okay, and talk about who you're going to be playing in your game.
We're going to play Buckhorn on the 18th at Madison City.
That's awesome. Talk about why you and Coach Patterson wanted to get this together.
Well, I mean, you always want to try to find a game, and I think the location of the schools worked out really well. And I know, they do a really good job, and Coach Patterson does a good job. So, we'll have some things that we can learn from that game after we play it.
Yes, sir. And talk about the group you have this upcoming season. Talk about the senior leadership, and talk about some guys maybe we should be paying attention to.
Well, we got a lot of kids coming back that played a lot last year. I think we played a dozen 10th graders last year.
I remember that.
And whether it was due to injury or depth or, just a various amount of things. So took some lumps and went through some growing pains with those guys. And, Ty Marsh coming back in as a quarterback, and he got to play quite a bit last year, and started a couple of games for us. So he got some experience as a 10th grader, and man, he's going to be a good one for us, and we're real excited about him. He's just a tough, hard-nosed kid. He's gritty, and he's a competitor. And, so we're excited about him, and we've got quite a bit of depth now coming in. We've got about over 100 kids 10th through 12th grade this year.
Wow.
And
dang, man.
So we just started, we get 2 hours a week to work with the kids, and just defensively now, finally in year 3, you feel like you go out there day one, you can call the base calls, and our returning starters can get lined up and play ball right now. So some of those growing pains are not, coming in and having a new system 2 years ago, where we're, a little more experienced, a little more veteran heavy. But obviously Ty Marsh at quarterback, and then Ty Doty was an all-state receiver last year for us, and just a real explosive kid at slot. We'll just move him around and find ways to get him the ball. And got a 6'5" receiver, Logan Eggert, that had 8 touchdowns last year, coming back, and AJ Little is another receiver that played as a 10th grader last year. Up front, our center, Tim Coleman, and he's our lone snapper.
T-Bone.
T-Bone. He got a 4-star rating through the Rubio snapping thing. So he does a really good job. He's worked really hard at long snapping and deep snapping, but he's our center, and played all year at center. And, next to him, Micah Douglas was another 10th grader that played last year. And then, we got several guys that are going to battle it out at the tackle position for us. And but all of them that got at some point in time last year played and kind of got thrown into the fire up front. And, last year it wasn't a lot of fun looking out and seeing 5 or 6 sophomores on offense at one time. But, now they've got some invaluable experience. And then defensively, we returned Nate Jennings at a defensive end, and Jack Kreider and Jalen Brown, and, Fred Poe at nose. Like, these guys have all played. Rashad Freeman was another 10th grade linebacker that played all last year. Ended up being a team captain at the end of the year as a 10th grader and led the team in tackles. He's coming back. We got Hezron Kinsey at corner that, you know, had 4 or 5 picks last year, coming back as a corner. And Mark Woods at safety, played all last year, started all last year. And he's got a bright future ahead of him. And, you know, Brody Stinson, the other safety, is coming back. He'll be a 3-year starter at safety. We're going to battle it out at the other corner position, but Jalen Ruffin's a returning starter at outside linebacker. So we got a lot of guys coming back, so we're really excited about that.
You mentioned Ty Marsh a while ago. He was out several baseball games. We've been carrying the baseball games too, and with an injury, and we were kind of surprised that he, you know, even was able to come back, because I think it's just been the last couple of games that he's been able to come back. So. Yeah,
he tore his UCL in sliding in the home plate, and man, but that kid, if we all had kids that wanted to play as bad as that kid and come back the way he's come back within 3 or 4 weeks from that injury, and he's batting DH now and hitting over 500.
Wow.
If all our kids everywhere were like that, man, everybody would have some really good football teams, because he wants to play and he wants to compete, and man, he's put in the work and therapy and trying to get himself back on the baseball field. His goal was to be playing by the Bob Jones series, and obviously he did that the other night, and they'll play again today. But he's just man, he's a competitor, and he's a winner, you know, and that's all you can ask for at that position.
Yeah, Coach, and you know, you mentioned your leading tackler last season being a captain as a sophomore. Talk about the respect that shows for that guy to be a captain as a sophomore from his peers.
Well, I mean, I think when guys like that step in and play the way they do, I mean, everybody knows it, you know, and the kids know it that he's that guy, and you know, obviously. It carries a ton of respect from his peers. I mean, kids get a lot of respect just based on athletic ability, and kids, you know, some kids get a lot of respect from their peers as a leader and the leadership qualities they bring. But he's got both. He's on my leadership council. We meet weekly, and as well as he's an incredible student in the classroom. He's a straight A kid, and he's a complete package. So we're real excited for Rashad and you know, this season with him.
Well, a week from tomorrow, you've got a fundraiser coming up. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, this will be the 11th. They started this long before I did, but we did it when I was at Hoover as well with Charlie. We got a mattress sale. It'll be Sunday the 30th at James Clemens in the cafeteria. They come in and set up a showroom, and you know, all the money raised on mattresses that we sell is going to go right into the weight room and the locker room renovations we've done. We've worked really hard to kind of upgrade those facilities after 10 years in the weight room, and you know, we're trying to, you know, just make it a first class facility. But Charlie comes in, they set it up, and everything's well below anywhere you would pay any other prices on mattresses, because he has no overhead. So it's like he doesn't have a retail store. He keeps all of his in storage, and so there's no overhead. You come in and they take you around and talk to you about the different brands and what they do, and they've got everything you could imagine. And then, you know, they get it shipped to you, and you know, the good thing about Charlie and him, I've been working with him long enough now that if you're not happy with it, he'll either get you something else, or he'll refund you, no questions asked, just because, that's his reputation. And, he does it all across Alabama. He's raised millions and millions of dollars from Alabama and Georgia doing this for programs, whether it's band or football or, soccer teams or whatever it is. But, it's been good for us. So if anybody knows somebody that needs a mattress and just spread the word, it'll be 11 to 5 on the 30th at James Clemens High School.
I know Coach Lenny Rich said they needed a new mattress, so.
Oh, I hope he's going to buy one. He ain't getting one for free. He's not getting a discount on it.
Oh, man.
For sure. Oh, that's great. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Good luck on your mattress sale, and also good luck on your spring training. Keep everybody safe, and we'll start fall with fine fashion.
All right. Well, looking forward to joining you guys in the fall, okay?
Absolutely, brother. Thanks, Coach McGehee.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Chad McGehee, James Clemens football. It's time. This has just flown by.
I know it. Now we got about a minute or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were y'all going to get into before?
Oh, yeah. No, so we were talking about the UAH who transfer who's now going to Auburn.
But rank Tommy Murr above that. Let's talk about him first.
Yeah, so Tommy Murr, that is pretty great. He obviously the Murrs are very well established with Lindsay Lane, and they're very well established in the basketball community.
Yes.
And Tommy Murr, I can't remember. I think he went to Florida College is where he went originally.
He went to Lipscomb.
Okay, I think one of the other Murrs went to Florida College. And now he's going to UAH. He's coming back to the area, and he's going to be a Charger for the basketball team. Very exciting stuff.
Very exciting. And then the transfer of Chaney Johnson, the shooting forward, 6'7", is now coming down to the Plains to play for Coach Pearl.
Yeah.
And looks huge like a very huge deal for both guys. Congratulations to Tommy and to Chaney.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad we were able to finally get that in. Third time's the charm.
There. Yeah. Coaches were just teasing us by not answering their phone. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this has been fast. The weather is a little cool, but it's beautiful down here at the BARge. Too late to sign up. Come down, watch some cornhole, enjoy it. The crowds are rolling in, and the BARge service is epic, impeccable as always. On behalf of What Adam 12 Dodson, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tom McClung. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here, or we may just stick around for a little while. Either way, we'll see you next week, probably from the square.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.